Hello, everyone. It's Jeanie. And guess what? Today is day 21 of our money game. Are you still having fun? I hope so, because I'm getting people telling me all the time now what they're doing with their money and how it's making them feel. And so, there's a whole level of excitement, enthusiasm, and expectancy around us doing things differently. I have a book. Hold on just a second. I really am prepared. We're putting in $21,000 into our bank account today, and we're going to spend it. And so, one of the things that I want you to think about is, many times we're told that it takes 21 days to create a new habit. And, there's been some research that says it takes 30 days. Lucky for us, we're doing 30 days or 60 days or whatever. But the habits that we want to do and what we are putting in place around money is changing how we see things. So, one of the things you probably know this about me is that I am always researching and I'm continually doing investigation into things that are scientifically based or that have to do with spirituality, that have to do with practical application. I'm all about practical application. I like to know what's going on in the world. And I got this book. One of my coaching clients had referred me to this, James Clear, and it's called Atomic Habits: Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results. And what he talks about is very interesting. He said that the habits are born of just wanting to get something done, but he said goals are not enough. So, for example, if you're an Olympian and you want to win a gold medal, that's great. And you're going to work very, very, very hard for that. Once you get that gold medal, unless you have a system in place where you are keeping up your strength training and you're keeping up your ideas of what you want, everything falls apart because you've gotten your goal. So if you are using this money game to get goals like buy a house, pay off all your debts, do some fun things, that's great. And you need a system in place. You need to know that after you get these goals, you're going to have to rely on this system, which is changing your thought patterns, which is continually seeing money flow in and using this in a very conscious way. So, I want you to go back over the past 21 days and look at what you've been spending money on and amplify that in your mind. Just see where you started. You started out with $1,000 and you spent it and it felt good, and then 2,000. And read what you've been spending this money on and whether you were able to do this on a regular basis or whether you kind of dropped off the radar screen. And ask yourself, why would I do that? You know, because this is a system. I'm putting together for you a system. This is the system so that you can continue when you are faced with doing something in your life. You can say, I have this system where I continually see money flowing in from unexpected and expected sources. And that's a great affirmation. I get money from expected and unexpected sources, and I am grateful. So go back and look. I went back this morning and I was looking over the things that I had spent, and on day 4, I had put in $4,000. And at that time, my sister needed some house repairs. And so I had put 1,500 toward her house repair account. And 10 days later, she wasn't here anymore. She died of a heart attack. So that's how quickly things can change. And this is not fear mongering, it was just totally one of those things. But what if I hadn't given myself permission to support her, even virtually? Because in my mind, I was opening up my heart and my money. So, what are you investing in, and how are your systems taking place? Because we have like a queue, and we have like a craving because whether it's, we're trying to quit smoking, or, we're going to turn on the TV or whatever it is. It isn't that we wanted to have that cigarette or we wanted to have the TV on. We want something beyond that. We want the relief that comes with that, or the entertainment, or whatever. So pay attention to that. When you are spending this money, and when you are getting up in the morning and you're having to think about it and you're having to allocate it, this is a great way to see where your habits are, because this is a whole system. So today we put in $21,000. Let me just tell you what I've got here. And we had a neighbor who has a ranch not too far, and the other day they had a fire on the ranch. I guess somebody had an RV or something. It wasn't theirs, that caught on fire, and it destroyed about 80 or 90% of their ranch. Fortunately, the house and the barn were saved by the fire department, but they're missing cattle. They're just a lot of problems. So I decided to take $10,000 and redirect it, maybe help them buy some more cows or whatever. I also am using $2,000 for a custom pool cover, which we need because we have 7 pecan trees, and you can imagine what a mess it is to kind of keep that pool clean. I am also investing in 2 friends' businesses. One has a healing tincture business, and she is phenomenal. So I'm putting $2,000 investment in her account. And I have another friend who is, and I think I mentioned this the other day, she's doing beautiful stained glass, and I love stained glass windows. So I'm commissioning a stained glass window from her for $2,000. And then I'm taking the remaining $4,000 and putting it on a business loan. I had a small business loan, and I'll have probably about $14,000 left on it. It's no big deal, but I'm putting that. So I'm at zero balance. So where are you? I'm getting such good feedback. I had one woman, because she heard me yesterday talk about the woman who wrote the letter saying that she now knows that she wants a property and home. But this other woman said, I've got 1,000 acres for sale in Texas. And I said, well, this other woman is on the other part of the world, so that wouldn't work. But I love how it's ginning up some real enthusiasm and some real action to sell this property, which she's been stuck. She just hasn't done anything with it. And so I had another woman who said, I've done everything. I paid off my bills. I've got enough down payment for a nice mortgage, and I'm putting money into a savings account. I'm also going to help. She's got a real heart for foster children, and she said, I can help them with their car repairs, or I can help them with taking them shopping or whatever. And so that is a generous heart. But see, again, she's thinking about it and she's writing it down. So share with me, please. We've got until the 30th, so we've got about another week and a half to play the money game, to really get these embedded into our consciousness. Remember, you want the experience. That's what you want. You're not looking for things. I want the experience of having a clean pool without my husband having to go out there and scoop up all the stuff from the pecan trees, okay? I want the experience of being able to jump into that pool during the summertime and have a great experience. So what is it that you want to experience? What are you using your money for? Go back through your last 3 weeks, look it over, and then ask yourself, how can I expand this? How can I make it better? Okay? I love you all. I'm so excited to be doing this with you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot for playing.